Hi everybody, I'm a Bullis Student Tutor, and in this video we will be talking about SOH CAH TOA. So what is SOH CAH TOA? It stands for sine, cosine, and tangent. And so it is used for remembering the three trigonometry ratios for a triangle. So this is sine, this is cosine, and this is tangent. The O, the H, and the A. O stands for opposite. H stands for hypotenuse. And A stands for adjacent. So how are these helpful? When looking at a triangle, you will want to first label the angle. So let's draw a triangle and let's make it a right triangle. So this is our right angle, and we want to find this angle, so angle theta, right? So first we're going to label the angle, and here it is. And then we're going to label the H, which is the hypotenuse, which is always the longest side. And then we're going to label the A and the H, the A and the O. So when you have the angle, what I like to do, I like to draw an arrow directly across. That means that's the opposite for the angle. Adjacent means, like, it literally translates into right next to. So whenever you have the angle, whatever side is right next to the angle, that will be the adjacent. So once you have that, you're going to solve for sine, cosine, or tangent. So for example, let's just draw a triangle with the sides 10, 30, and 20. And we want to find this angle up here, angle theta. So first what you're going to do, you're going to label the H, O, and the A. So first you're going to look for the longest side, and that's the hypotenuse, so we're going to label the 30 and H. Then afterwards you're going to draw an arrow across, and that will be your opposite. Then the other side that's left over will be the adjacent. So let's say I wanted to find sine of angle theta, right? So that means this is opposite over hypotenuse. So you're going to take the opposite side, which is 20, over, which is division, 30. So sine of theta is equal to 20 over 30. Now we're going to do the cosine of angle theta, and that is adjacent over hypotenuse. So all of these, you want to write it like that. So SOH, CAH, and TOA, so that it's easier to remember the ratios. So with that being said, we're going to look at cosine. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we're going to take the adjacent angle, which is 10, and then we're going to divide it by 30 because that is the hypotenuse. Now we're going to do tangent. So let's do tangent of angle theta. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So this time we're going to take the opposite, which is 20, and we're going to put it over 10 because that is the adjacent side. So that is just a quick example, and now we're going to do another example that will be a little bit harder. Okay, here we have a little bit harder example, and the theta, the angle we're trying to find, is now not on this side but on this side, so it makes it a little bit harder to find. So our first step is we're going to find the hypotenuse, which is always the longest side. So that means the 17 is the hypotenuse. So we're going to label that H. Then we're going to take the angle, we're going to draw a line directly across, and whatever side that is the opposite. So in this particular example, the 6 is the opposite, so we're going to label that O. Then the only angle that's left is 4, and that is directly next to the angle, so that is A. So we're going to find first the sine, and then the cosine, and then the tangent. So let's practice writing how you're going to remember the ratios. So it's SOH CAH TOA. SOH CAH TOA. So you're going to write the S as a big S. So O over H. Ca, C, A over H, and then TOA, T-O-A. And then what I also like to do is I like to put a line under the O and the H, a line over the A and the H, and then a line over the O and the A, so I know what I'm dividing by and the ratios. So with that being said, we're going to find the sine, cosine, and tangent of this angle. So when you look into this setup here, you see sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So that means we're going to take the 6 over the 7. So sine of theta is 6 over 17. Oh, I meant to say 17 the other time. So then the cosine, we're taking the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So that means we're going to take 4 over 17. So cosine of angle theta is 4 over 17. Now we're going to do tangent, and here it says that our ratio is opposite over adjacent. So that means we're going to have 6 over 4 for tangent of theta. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out other videos from our channel, and if you have any questions, you can comment them below. Thank you.